Alrighty, so today's the day of. I had to get some homework done. You know, it's a college thing. I still have no idea what this movie is. I'm hoping it's Poor Things, the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie that comes out this weekend, because that would make me, save a trip for watching it later. But who knows what we're gonna watch? I'm excited. I've never been to like a secret screening before, so yeah, let's see how this goes.
Time with your baby.
The hell? No, I don't drink, but because I'm old enough now, fuckers, I am going to be trying some every now and then to warm the vocal cords. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll make me more laid back. I want this to be more conversational rather than formal. So, sweet. Alrighty, so I just went to a secret Harkins screening of a movie that has not yet been released. Now, where I heard about this was fairly simple. Over Thanksgiving break, my grandparents were watching the news. If I weren't watching the news, I wouldn't have had this experience. Talk about coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So I heard that they were going to be showing a movie for $5 that has not yet been released. And it was going to be an exclusive secret screening, meaning we wouldn't know what it is until we're sitting in those seats watching the movie ourselves. So the previews begin, and I start looking at the studios of each preview to see if there are any hints of whether or not I'm going to figure out this movie. I went in thinking that it was honestly going to be Yorgos Lanthimos' new film, Poor Things. That wasn't the case, but we'll get to that in a minute. So trailer goes by, trailer. I think the first trailer was something like, God, I can't even remember at this point. Maybe this will help. Those are Warner Brothers. Oh, The Color Purple. So the first trailer was a trailer to the new Color Purple movie, which is a Warner Brothers movie, by the way. Then the trailer right after was the White something, the new A24 Zac Efron wrestling movie where the trailer gives away the whole movie. And finally, the last trailer was a stupid George Clooney movie that was created by MGM Studios. So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be the new Yorgos Lanthimos film because that is a Searchlight Pictures film. So that happens, and slowly the lights go off. Then the credits begin, or I guess the opening studio logos. And it's an MGM, and I'm just like, oh, okay, what is this? Like, a part of me was kind of nervous because I didn't know what I was going into, but I enjoy the thrill of what am I going to see. The credits begin, and the first image shows up of the movie, and it's Jeffrey Wright, an actor I really like, and then I immediately remember deep within the archive of the memories of which I forget quite often. I remember seeing a trailer for a Jeffrey Wright movie, so it instantly clicked, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this preview before, this movie looks funny, and I just let out a and the film that I saw was American Fiction. Let's get into the review. So before we begin, I would just like to start off by saying I myself, as you can see, am not a black man. Now, this might seem weird, like, why am I going off or starting off the review like this? Because I think the film goes into like the struggle or like the weird feeling that comes with being a black man or a person of color in the United States and seeing how you're represented in pop culture, whether it be books, music, media, films, TV shows. Basically, we're getting this new diversity, but is it really diversity if it's the same stories over and over again? And do people want to hear voices from minorities who want to offer something new rather than the same old tropes? And the reason why I preface this by saying I am not a black man is because yes, while this is true, I am a Hispanic male. I am someone who is also seeing this diversity be pushed in pop culture, whether it be films, books, TV shows, and while not being the demographic or I guess the minority of being a person of color, but it's this sort of frustration that happens with seeing how you're represented in media and realizing that it's not really different, the stories that we're getting. And you see this frustration with Jeffrey Wright's character, and it starts off literally at the beginning with this bold opening of him introducing the story or a phrase, I believe it was a story, that offends, what do you know, a white person. And this sort of goes into the themes of the entire rest of the movie and what people are going through in America. And I don't want to come off as like this pretentious critic being like, oh, it told what America needed to hear. Like, the movie makes fun of people doing stuff like that. I just thought the movie was a lot of fun. I mean, despite some of the sad messages, I just feel like it was a really good time and a really good watch. However, I do have some gripes with the movie. There were some moments where it felt a bit long. The score at points felt a bit very generic stock music placeholder to make you feel a certain emotion that the film is trying to make you feel. And in terms of emotions, I thought some of the more emotional elements didn't really work for me. I kind of wanted to see just the man writing the story and see his perspective and what he thinks about everything going on. And you do, but it sort of detracts from that experience when you get these sort of more heartfelt moments. And, you know, that could very well work for most people. It clearly did in the theater. And I feel like being in a packed theater watching this movie was really cool. I'm nervous for this to come out because I don't know if it's going to get much of a following or much of an audience. I don't know what the distribution looks like for this film. But overall, I think it was a really good experience, and not knowing what the film was going to be before, I think, was what excited a lot of people. And Jeffrey Wright is just an actor that just I really enjoy, or anytime I see him in anything, I really like his performances. But yeah, the movie does have a few of those flaws, but just watching it as, again, a Hispanic person who's seen a lot of studios or I guess pop culture trying to diversify stories while just telling the same shit over and over again that'll make white people feel comfortable, I feel like it's something entirely new. And I don't want to get too pretentious by being like, oh, this is a really important film, but it's a good conversation starter. And literally on the drive home, it just, like, I just sat in silence. It just made me think throughout the rest of the drive. And I feel like it's a good conversation starter and a good movie to watch because of that. And the ending will either really work or feel a bit like a cop-out to some people, but I really liked it. I didn't love this movie, but I'm really glad I saw it. It was really cool that I didn't know what it was before going into it. And yeah, I'd say go check it out for yourself and see what you think. I think it's worth a watch regardless. Try to watch this in a theater if you can, but I understand that by the time it's coming out, there will probably be a lot more options or many other films that people would rather see. I still think this one's worth the watch regardless. And yeah, let me know what you think. But for now, I'm feeling pretty confident on something like a high 7 out of 10. Possibly an 8 on rewatch. I don't know. But yeah, very interesting film nonetheless. I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I had this experience. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope Harkins does more of these. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I know I rarely do reviews, but yeah, I thought this was a hell of a watch. I thought it was a lot of fun. I feel like there's more I want to say about it, but I just want to get out my initial thoughts about it and what I thought. Overall, I did really like it. And yeah, God, I extended that ending so long. Sorry if any of this actually makes it into the video. I'm going to try editing this after 4 shots of Buzzball. So we'll see how this goes. So yeah, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Expect more videos to come out in the future. What they will be, I have no idea. Only time will tell. So yeah, stay safe, stay awesome, stay warm. It's cold out there, at least where I live right now. And yeah, go watch a movie. See you later. Happy holidays and peace.